Alright.
One, two, three.
You're really good earlier now.
Kruger.
Okay.
Alright.
Ready?
And me.
Okay. Okay.
Special.
Ready?
This is totally not how to do
Okay. Ready? No, I can't do that. Okay. Having a therapy dog can be very beneficial. They can provide protection, free entertainment, double as a workout buddy, contribute love and compassion, or even cause someone to meet their future partner. This is why man and dog have shared a special bond for centuries. However, the truth is, a dog can also be very stressful. In addition to all the necessities they need, the dog also needs to be taught how to behave. The problem is, many people have trouble training their dog, basic obedience, and manners. That is why, when I got my puppy for Christmas, my goal was to train them to be a therapy dog. So, today I would like to teach you how to train your dog to be a qualified therapy dog by the standards of Therapy Dog International. The first step is to obviously own a dog. Therapy dogs come in all sizes and breeds, so any type of dog will do. However, dogs must have a good temperament. This means that one dog needs to be gentle, patient, confident, and loving. Once you have a dog with a good temperament, you're ready to begin training. First, teach the dog how to sit and stay. To do this, simply kneel down next to your dog and place your right hand on his chest and your left forearm behind his knees. Tell your dog to sit one time and then proceed by pushing behind his knees with your forearm in order to make him sit. Once he is in sitting position, praise your dog and say, "Good sit, Kruger, good sit," multiple times. You should always keep a calm, soft tone and never yell at your dog when they do not listen. The next step is to tell your dog to stay. To do this, have your dog in sitting position and tell them one time, "Kruger, stay." It is very important to not say a command more than once because your dog will become stubborn and think he does not have to listen the first time. Next, you need to teach your dog how to properly walk on a leash. The dog is not allowed to pull on the leash or have any type of control over you. To do this, first attach the leash to his collar. Then tell your dog to heel. The dog should be in standing position at your left side. Now, begin walking forward with your left foot and say, "Kruger, heel." The end of the leash should be properly folded in your right hand, and your left hand should have a firm grip with your palm facing down. As you're walking, if your dog pulls on the leash, pop their collar and say, "Kruger, heel." Continue to walk at a normal pace. As soon as your dog begins heeling without having to pop his collar, praise your dog by saying, "Good heel, Kruger, good heel," as you continue to walk. Once your dog has learned how to properly walk on a leash, your dog needs to learn how to interact with strangers. You do this by taking your dog out into public to meet and greet outsiders. You can start by simply asking neighbors to come over. The dog should allow the stranger to freely pet the dog without showing any signs of fear or aggression. The next step would be to take your dog to a social location to ensure that your dog can walk through a crowd of people without showing any fear. Therapy dogs must get along with children, elderly, and people in strange uniforms. Once your dog properly reacts to strangers, your dog needs to correctly interact with other dogs. This step should start when the dog is just a puppy. The more you socialize a dog, the better. You can socialize your dog by inviting different dogs over or by going to the local pet store. You want to make sure that your dog is comfortable with all sizes, breeds, and temperaments. To ensure the safety of the dogs, make sure that there is enough space so they do not feel cramped. They should first meet on leash, but then they should be let off so they can discover each other on their own terms. Once your dog knows his basic commands, how to walk on leash, and is comfortable with strangers and dogs, it is time to familiarize them with medical equipment. Therapy dogs must not show any sense of panic when interacting with medical equipment such as a walker, cane, or wheelchair. To familiarize your dog with the medical equipment, start by putting your dog in sit position. Then, while standing next to your dog, have a second person walk by with various pieces of equipment one at a time. The dog should not show any negative reaction. If he does, you can move the equipment further away from the dog until they become comfortable enough for it to be right next to them. Finally, your dog has to be able to handle loud, sudden noises. The best way to train your dog to tolerate unfamiliar noises is to stand with your leashed canine roughly 5 feet away from a moderately busy street. While standing near a street, a fast motorcycle may go by, an extremely loud dump truck, or an unusual trash truck. This wide array of noises is sure to slowly show you that your dog is not affected by loud noises. Again, if your dog shows fear at 5 feet away, you should back up to roughly 20 feet away and slowly move closer once your dog no longer shows fear. Other options include taking your dog to a sporting event or outdoor concert. In the end, you have an extraordinary pet that is obedient and has a good temperament. They also double as a therapy dog that is trained to provide comfort and affection to strangers. Your dog can volunteer to offer his warmth and, oh my goodness, your warmth to people in nursing homes, schools, hospitals, and even disaster areas. That's all. That's it.
Yay.
And let's go with the last one.
Kruger.
Kruger!
Question though.
What?